We're back in the building, in the mom's basement. We're back for another episode 95. Joined via Skype are both co-hosts today, Alex and Michael. What's going on, boys?
Yes.
Yo, what's up?
Had to get the three-way Skype call, no issue, going. Both of these jamokes could not make it today, so episode 95, all via Skype. Bear with us, as I'm sure it's not going to be great. So we'll figure it all out along the way here, hopefully.
Love a good three-way.
I mean, I've never been disappointed by a three-way, so.
Yeah, especially when it's with your best buds.
Nothing better than a good three-way with your buddies,
It's just your typical Tuesday.
Just another Monday morning, as they say. Michael, I see you're drinking, is that a rum and dye over there?
It's a rum and 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 artificial sweetener soda from Whole Foods.
Well, I'm glad that you're watching your caloric intake, your sugar intake.
Well, it's like I didn't know that they didn't have like pop there, like a Pepsi or something. So
It's a good old soda pop.
I tried this and it wasn't too bad.
I'm surprised I don't carry like RC Cola.
I would be fucking happy with that.
Exactly.
Wait for everybody.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what do you do?
How's this guy doing? Hello, Earth to tie.
Hi.
That look a little better for you, or what?
I don't know. What'd you just do?
I turned more lights on. Tricks of the trade, you know what I'm saying?
Decent.
We got a lot to talk about here, boys. Steelers lose on Sunday, fall to 0-3 for the first time probably in, 10 years. I can't remember when the last time was, but is it time to hit
2013.
2013, so 6 years. Is it time to panic?
No.
No.
No. No's all around. I agree, but I just don't see how you can bounce back from 0-3. Your star quarterback goes out. You bring your young rookie quarterback and Mason Rudolph in, which is
not
fine.
a rookie.
Yeah, he's not a rookie. I know. I keep saying that too. But you get it. You bring him in, and he's been doing great thus far. But as a whole, the team's just now competing at a caliber where they're going to make the playoffs.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, they didn't make the playoffs last year, and our lives went on. So if they don't make the playoffs again this year, yeah, it fucking sucks. But I'm shooting for a winning season.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely shooting for a winning season, at least 8-8.
Yeah, like that's what's on the table right now. If we do better than that, that's fucking awesome. But yeah they need to focus on stringing some wins together.
Right. Will you do me a favor and just center yourself one time, McGrory? There you go, dude. Appreciate that. I don't want you getting cut off,
It's tough to sit in one position. I'm not on an airplane, dude.
Well, good thing. Because then your phone wouldn't be in airplane mode right now, and you would be in so much fucking trouble, dude.
Yeah,
nice thought. Nice logic.
I mean, how much space do you have sitting on an airplane?
What was that?
I'm saying, like, I got a big couch, dude. I want to fucking move around. I got ADD.
Way to brag about your used couch. Rub it in. It's fine.
Rub it out.
Always rub one out. Let's get down to the brass tacks of things here, though. Let's break it down. Let's start with the offense. Deontay Johnson shouts out him first start.
Hey, what offense?
Exactly. What fucking offense? Where was the offense? Like,
Yeah,
Michael, I know you have all the stats,
but dude, think about it. It's ridiculous that we fucking can't. We turned the ball over 4 times in the first quarter, and we have 2 field goals to show for it, and we can't seem to get a fucking first down. Like, dude, personally, it was frustrating to see, just because I feel like our defense was literally playing out of their fucking minds, and we couldn't do anything to fucking distance ourselves a little bit.
Yeah, no, the defense played very well. 5 fucking turnovers. That's great.
Yeah, 5 total. Then
Okay.
fucking 2 interceptions.
Yeah, Watt and Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Listen, if you get 5 turnovers on the defensive end, you have to win the game. There's no excuse not to.
You watched the Bears last night? They got 5 turnovers, and they capitalized. They had 21 points off of turnovers in the first half.
Yeah, there you go. It's called doing something with your turnovers. There has never been, well, I don't want to say never been. It's been years.
0-45-1.
Yeah, okay, so teams with 4 turnovers or more have been 0-45-1.
5 or more.
5 or more. 0-45-1. That one tie, that was the Steelers last year against the Browns. So you see a trend.
And now teams that have given up the ball 5 or more times are 1-45-1 because of the Steelers.
Steelers, right.
Your 2019.
Yeah, you're 2019. And it's like, especially with the defense that's been so underwhelming thus far in the season. I know it's only been 2 games, but they haven't really done much those first 2 games. So for them to come out and be able to do what they did on defense, take the ball away 5 times, fucking Minka Fitzpatrick already loved the pickup, had a pick, a fumble recovery. I think Devin Bush had 2 fumble recoveries. The defense played out of their minds. The young dudes played up to their potential.
Yep.
It's on the offensive side where the young dudes, and they are young, just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, then that's the problem is the defense played so well all game, but they were on the field for 73 snaps.
73 snaps will exhaust anybody. Like, yeah, of course they're going to be gassed at the end.
Yeah, the Niners had 73 plays. The Steelers had 51. The time of possession was 36 minutes and 17 seconds. Steelers had 23 minutes and 43 seconds.
It makes sense, I guess. Actually, I guess it doesn't make sense. Because going into that game, the Steelers were 31st in the NFL with touchdowns allowed, 6 in 2 games. To interceptions, which they had 0 of. So they get 2 interceptions, right? 2 in the defensive end. And, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Rudolph because he did throw for 2 touchdowns. But what was the stat? Michael, I shared it with you. Some dude on Twitter. Didn't even see his name, but quarterback Mason Rudolph completed just 2 passes beyond the line of scrimmage on Sunday. He was 14 of 27. Both of those throws that were past the line of scrimmage, touchdowns.
Yep.
So it's clear as fucking day right here what we need to be doing to win games. If the defense plays like that for the rest of the fucking year.
And I think part of it too is that, like, I don't feel like there was any kind of consistent play calling where, like, we would try to establish a running game, then a pass game, and it wasn't concrete on what we were trying to do. Like, I kind of felt like we were all over the place. Like, at one point, I didn't know if the offense knew what they were doing. Like, it didn't seem like they were together or they weren't on the same page. Like, honestly, I don't know what it was, because it's not like James Conner was getting many yards or Benny Snell, and it's not like, I don't know. I think it's the fact that the Niners didn't respect, like the throwing game, because there was none.
Yeah, and that's a phenomenal defensive game plan. Fucking attack the guy who has not done anything yet in the league.
Yeah.
It worked.
It worked just as they fucking planned it to. I mean, Tappy, you said the offensive play calling was inconsistent. I'd beg to differ quite the opposite. It was super consistent with consistently bad play calls from a throwing standpoint where 12 of 14 completions were behind the line of scrimmage. You're not going to win ball games dumping off, checking down your fucking line or your running back behind the line of scrimmage.
And guess who led the team in receptions that game?
Conner. Why is he leading the team in receptions when you have Juju Smith-Schuster, You have James Washington. You have Deontay Johnson. I mean, they both caught touchdowns, yeah, but you need more of that.
Yeah,
James
like
Conner should not be your leading receiver.
yeah, I showed you, bro. James Conner 4 receptions, Deontay Johnson 3, Juju 3, Washington 2, McDonald and Grimble 1. Vance is out. That sucks ass. Because now we don't have Jesse James. We've got Xavier Grimble. You have to assume that Zach Gentry gets a shot.
Yeah, and which Zach Gentry is. I don't think he won't be ready this year. You know, like he's just not that established. But it's one of those things that like the Steelers need to sign just any tight end at this point to make it competitive.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you throw Gentry out there, he'll fit right in because they all don't look established.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know?
I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe he makes a few good catches. You know, he surprises all of us. Maybe he actually fucking shows up to the occasion and says, "You know what? Fuck this, dude. I want this."
That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you guys, where the fuck was Jalen Samuels that game? How many rushes did he have? 0, right?
Goose egg.
He's not hurt as far as I fucking know. So why did he get 0 carries?
How many receptions did he have? 0.
A big old butthole.
You know what, dude? If Vanimal's out, line up Jalen Samuels. He's naturally a tight end.
Problem fucking solved. You got to use the man first, though. Why is Benny Snell getting carries and Jalen Samuels isn't? Why is James Conner only getting 14 carries a game?
Well, I heard that's a valid question, and I think it was I can't remember the exact radio show. I saw it on Twitter. It's Pittsburgh. I'd like to give them credit, but they had an interview, and James Conner was saying, you know, the Niners were quick to get us, you know, on jet sweeps and around the outside, but when we were running up the middle, we were moving the chains. So it's like, let's feed him the rock. Like, we saw it. He had a lot of decent runs, like 8 yards, 6 yards, right up the gut. Like, fucking keep doing that.
And I know that I keep preaching it, but you need to let the running backs get into some sort of rhythm. You can't have them carrying the ball 10 times a game. They're not going to get in any kind of fucking rhythm. Give them the ball, feed them up the middle, get them to the outside a couple times, see where they're getting comfortable, and let them fucking run the ball.
Yeah, and to piggyback off what Michael said, I mean, that's what the fucking Niners did to the Steelers. You know, dude, their run game, they literally kept just blasting it down the middle, and it kept working, and it was a running back by committee. There was 3 different running backs that did that. All 3 of them fumbled, and they all got switched back into the rotation.
Yeah. I mean, you see the recipe for the winning. It's right there. Looking at it. The offense just has such a long way to go, and it begs the question, you know, at this point, whose fucking fault is it, you know? The play calling. Do you blame the offensive coordinator? Do you blame Tomlin? You saw the same shit last year with Haley. You fired Haley. Is it Tomlin? Is it the offensive coordinator? Is it just because, you know, you have such a young fucking squad right now? All the veterans are getting injured. You got the young guys stepping up. They're trying to figure it all out. Like, which is it? I'm not sure.
I'm unsure as well. You know, Tomlin has been a phenomenal head coach over the last, 13 years?
Yep.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, I don't want to bash Tomlin because I feel like he's done so much.
Well, and that's another, again, I don't remember who it was on Twitter. Shout out someone on Pittsburgh. But they were like, we've had Tomlin for this long, you know. You can't, take something for granted. And another question was, okay, all these people that say fire Tomlin, who's going to replace him?
Yeah, who do you get to replace?
Get some Jamoke off the fucking street?
Yeah, somebody who's not gonna waste away their years.
Right.
That's the thing. Whoever's next is gonna be there for a long time. You know, there's a reason the Steelers have had three coaches over their entire period. Was it 3?
And yeah, Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and your boy Mike.
Yeah, and he's in danger of having his first season be below 500.
Right, that's what I was saying. He's had a winning season Or
every
not
year
losing.
since he's fucking been there.
That's fucking crazy.
So it's like you can't get rid of a. Listen, dude. As far as coaches go in the NFL, it's like the top 8 are usually good coaches. Past that, it's a fucking crapshoot, dude. I mean, you don't know what you're getting with coaches as far as these lower level teams like the Steelers, the Patriots, Cowboys, teams like those. They have the same coaching staff. I mean, because they're good. They're elite level coaches.
Right. And yeah, if we were to get a new coach or something and shit's still bad, they only have him do. They're not going to sign him to a large contract because they probably want to see what's going on first. Doesn't work, then you get a new coach, and then you get a new. It's just fucking a mess.
I guess. Question for you guys: do you think maybe any of maybe this offensive drought that we had and trouble that we've been going through has maybe a little bit to do with the fact we lost Mike Munchak and we also lost Drake Darrell this year?
Yes, and to keep that going, I think a huge impact is that we also lost AB and Le'Veon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, to what you said, Tapia, I think Munchak, him not being there, kind of hurts. I mean, you've seen the offensive line, dude, this year already. Like, the regression from years past, they're getting work. And you could probably attribute it to the fact that a lot of those guys on the line are veterans. They've been around a while. They're older. They're probably just not the same player that they used to be, like, let's be honest. But they've always been a top-tier offensive line, and this year I just don't see it.
Well, here's kind of a question within that is, not that they have any disrespect to Mason. I'm sure they want Mason to, succeed, but Pouncey, Foster, those guys are saying, like, yeah, if Ben's done, then I'm done. So it's like maybe they're not busting their asses like they would for Ben.
Right.
Or maybe they're not, having that extra pep in their step.
Right.
Kind of that the little bit of extra fire. It's like, yo, man, that's Ben. That's my guy. I've been through it with him. They haven't been through with anything with Mason. Mason, the guy's barely even in the back of this. Yeah, Mason.
Mason. Yeah, no, I could see that, dude. I mean, and it's tough to click with a new quarterback like that.
I don't believe that that's the case. I just thought of that. And
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Possibility. Definitely a possibility. I don't know who's to say, but Michael, to your point, you said it hurts that we don't have Le'Veon and Antonio Brown. We were talking earlier today. The difference between this year and last year, from an offensive standpoint, we don't have that one big-time playmaker on the offensive end this year. Sure, you have Juju Smith-Schuster. Dude, he's still in his, third year? Like, he's still a young receiver trying to
23 years old.
Yeah, he's only 23. No AB, no Le'Veon Bell. I mean, dude, sure, Antonio's had all his shit, this season. He was still a hell of a receiver. Le'Veon Bell, I said he was probably going to be dog shit after taking a year off. I will eat my words on that because this year, from what I've seen out of Le'Veon Bell, he has not missed a fucking step. And the Steelers.
Bro, he is a freak. And yeah, literally, like you said, James Conner, he's beast. Juju, he's beast. But they're not a threat.
Right.
That is the issue. It's not like we're talking all pro talent.
We're talking Hall of Fame talent.
Yeah, we're not talking Pro Bowl or we're talking next level elite talent between AB and Le'Veon. And I've got no doubt in my mind that we can succeed without him. However, you can tell that we're missing them.
To succeed without dudes like that on your team, though, you need a well-rounded team all around, coaching staff included. So
and I think we do. I think we all might agree that we do have a solid setup for success. Not as good as we've had in years past, but they just need to mesh. They need to click.
And that's my honest opinion. Is I think this team has what it takes to be successful, make the playoffs, and make a push in the playoffs. They're just so young and haven't played all together yet that they need a year or two. They need to be able to connect.
Yeah.
No issue.
And it's not that I think they could succeed with what they have. I know they can succeed with what they have.
Agree 100%.
It's just tough, dude, when you get 11 first downs in the game and your opposing team gets 26.
It's tough, and you've said this to me before, Michael, because you kind of brought me into the Pittsburgh fandom, if you will. You've always been a Pittsburgh fan.
I kind of did.
Okay, you brought me into the Pittsburgh fandom.
Yeah, you kind of did too with me.
Yeah, both of you. Both of you.
Yeah, both the Ians. I remember you telling me specifically, you said, I've been so spoiled with how good Pittsburgh sports have been in the past 10 to 15 years that to see them lose now is like a whole new world, dude. It's a game changer.
Yeah, 100%. You know, the 2 Steelers Super Bowls were fucking awesome. It was heartbreaking to see the third one against the Packers. But the toughest thing for me right now is we've always known the Pirates are bad. You know, so the Pirate season's ending and the Steelers are getting going. Usually you take the bad from the Pirates and you ride it up with the Steelers. The Steelers are not, they're just keeping the trend down. And
It's been a train.
I don't like down trends at all.
Yeah. It's tough to see, and like I said earlier, dude, I hope the Penguins end up having a good season this year, because if the Steelers are going to play like this, it's going to be a long fucking winter.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Dude, I put a few notes on my phone. I got a shout out to Boswell.
Dude. Being Mr. Consistent.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's the Boz God we know.
I saw, I have a source this time, Alex Kozora on Twitter. He said Boswell, through 3 weeks last season, was 1 for 4 field goals and 9 for 11 extra points. Through 3 weeks this season, he's 5 for 5 field goals and 4 for 4 extra points.
Love it.
2 things to take away. This year, he's 4 for 4 extra points through three games. That's great. But last year, he had 11 opportunities for extra points. 11 last year, 4 this year.
Yeah, it's because we're not getting into field goal range. That comes with the fact that we can't get a first down.
Yeah, we're not moving the ball.
You know, can you pull up Jordan Berry's stats and see how many times he's had to punt the ball?
Yes, 100%.
Well,
yeah, dude, because you know what, that's gonna be a great. It's gonna show a lot from the last game, because I felt like every time he was just punting, and he's been doing great.
Yeah, but
so he's already punted it 16 times this year.
Jesus Christ.
4 inside the 20, only 1 touchback, 5 fair catch, as long as 60. I mean,
so our special teams units playing okay.
No, the special. If you had, you pick your studs and duds, your winners and losers. Special teams winners, rest of the team losers.
100%.
I mean, that sounds way worse than how I meant it to, but yeah, we have to shout out to special teams. They're playing well. I love Holton.
So, yeah, we have no shout out. What'd you say? I missed
Johnny Holton flying down the field for punt return.
Dude.
I mean, we punted him so many times, so I mean, he's running a lot, but.
Dude, I was gonna say, if he can get his timing down, on I think it was the second or third punt.
Bro,
he was so close. He was so close to just laying that dude out so hard.
Honestly.
He barely snagged him by the jersey.
What's scary with that though is if he hits somebody square on running at what looks like 50 miles per hour. He'll probably be on the injured reserve.
That dude's this fucking big around.
But he flies.
So fast. No human can move that quick.
All right, let me ask you guys a question. What'd you think of Minka's first game in the black and gold?
Okay. So, yeah, let's talk defense, dude, because the defense, like we said, showed out.
Minka got absolutely tossed by the fullback.
Yeah, he did. He bounced so hard off of him.
Dude, yeah, he got wrecked.
He legit got put on his ass.
I think that fullback's name is like Juszczyk.
Yeah.
Him and Greg Kittle are what Vance McDonald wants.
You know?
Like Greg Kittle or George Kittle, Greg Kittle is a fucking animal.
Yeah, he is.
And then Juszczyk too.
He reminds me of Gronk in his demeanor and his play. He's like a Gronk too.
Terrifying.
Which makes sense because all game long, the Steelers had a linebacker covering that tight end, George Kittle. That linebacker's name for a lot of those snaps, Devin Bush. And I know Bush was supposed to be able to, pass defend and be able to drop into coverage, but he got worked.
Yep.
I will say that I agree with that, but the most blown coverage and the worst defensive showing I've seen this season was Mark Barron.
Yeah.
Mark Barron was so bad, and he gave up that last touchdown. What?
It's disappointing in the fact that he came in to the Steelers organization as a hybrid between linebacker and safety, where he was able to play both. And the fact that as a linebacker, he cannot drop into coverage to defend a receiver or a tight end is useless to us.
Well, and with that being said, it's like no one else wanted him. Like, wasn't he a free agent, or did we trade for him?
No, he's a free agent.
Yeah, so, like, nobody else wanted him. Why do you think? The Rams didn't want him back?
Yeah. But the Rams picked up Clay Matthews.
Who, at this point, I wish we fucking got Clay Matthews.
I wouldn't mind it, honestly, but...
I mean,
I definitely would have. I think that goes the opposite way we're trying to go. Yeah, I agree. Mark Barron, atrocious, but I guess whose fault is that? Like, are we not?
He was calling the plays and calling the signals and everything. That's why he was in the whole game, because they designated him that game to call the signals. So it's like he wasn't necessarily calling the plays, but like he needed to be at the top of his game. If you're calling the signals like that was Shazier's job, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's like, and I'm not counting him out, but I just had to say I think Barron had the worst defensive performance. Him and fucking Terrell Edmunds.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yes.
Terrell Edmunds, I feel like isn't making the tackles he needs to be,
or the coverage that he should be covering.
No, I think the Steelers defense as a whole has a huge problem with one-on-one tackling and making open tackles. They're trash.
Yeah, they were 31st in the league last year.
Yeah, which is a terrible, terrible thing. I wanted to shout out to it again, dude. On the defensive end, he had I think 1 or 2 sacks. I can't remember.
Two.
Monster.
The dude just a quarterback killer.
I think it was his second one. He was literally sprinting up the gut. And I was like, dude, if I'm Jimmy G, I'm running home.
And changing my underwear immediately.
I mean, also, can we talk about the fact that Jimmy G got tackled so many times?
So many times, bro. He was on his ass all game long. What's that? Zivia?
That's my sugar-free cherry Coke.
Yeah.
How is it? Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, I keep drinking it.
Well, I didn't think you had a choice.
Yeah, I pretty much just turned off my taste buds.
TJ Watt had a pick. That was nice to see. But aside from that, I don't know what he really did besides that. I mean,
yeah.
He rolled up on Jimmy G once or twice.
I was going to say, he did, he was very active with going after Jimmy G, but Ty, we were talking, he had 2 tackles.
Yeah, 2. That's it.
And I think Mark Barron had 1.
Your linebackers need more tackles.
Where's Vince Williams? Is he hurt?
Yeah, bro. His hamstring.
Yeah, I feel like we're missing that.
From chasing down Flash Gordon.
Literally.
That'll do it.
Literally. That's At least he was fucking trying. We've seen Mark Barron jogging.
Trying. Bud Dupree, dude, again, hasn't done dick. Early on in this game, he was getting pressure on that rookie tackle that the fucking 49ers had. But I don't think he had more than 1 or 2 tackles either, and I know he didn't have a sack.
I'll tell you about the tackles in 6 seconds.
But Dupree looked good in the Air Jordan 1 black and yellow cleats.
Yeah, well, I wish he would look good playing football instead.
Well, we can only do so much.
Bud Dupree, guess.
How many, tackles?
Yeah.
1.
3.
4.
3? Fair enough, I suppose, but still. He was supposed to be the difference maker on the defense in that game. I mean, again, they got 5 takeaways. That's awesome, but he was supposed to work that fucking rookie.
I mean, yeah. But we can't. I don't know that we could blame this on the defense.
No, absolutely. I'm not blaming.
No, we can't. You can't, because, dude, they gave the offense every opportunity, and the offense couldn't do anything with it.
We can discuss for individual players, but the defense as a whole, they held their own.
Yeah.
Like, the offense, I could not fathom the fact that it took us how many drives to finally get a first down?
A few. More than should have been. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
So Minkah Fitzpatrick, first game with the Steelers. We talked about him getting tossed by the fullback. He also got called for a few penalties, a roughing the passer call, which kind of hurt us.
That was so bogus.
That was such bullshit.
They said that it was called because he hit him up high.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? That was so bogus.
But he more than made up for it with a pick and a fumble recovery. So, how many tackles did he have? Like 8?
Minkah Fitzpatrick himself had 5 total tackles, a pick, forced fumble.
Forced fumble? I thought he had a recovery.
He's the one that hit the running back low, and he made him fumble, and then Devin Bush picked it up.
You're right.
Yep.
Dude, that was a great tackle. As soon as I hit it, I was like, oh!
Yeah, dude, I was so hype, and that's why it sucks, because when they lost, I was like, I got so excited for nothing.
Oh, dude. I was going nuts. I kept going like, he just got this guy like 6 days ago. He's already just making a difference.
He's already the best player on the defense.
I was going to say, him and Stevie Nelson.
Yeah.
They're killing it.
Not bad.
This is the second week in a row, I think Devin Bush has had 11 tackles.
Well, dude, also, Stevie Nelson, I think, is like, he's been targeted the 3rd most in the league, and he's only let up, I think, 23%, which is, like, I think, the lowest.
That's fucking great. We need, like we said, the defense, I think those two have been playing the best. Devin Bush, he's got room for improvement, but, I mean, I can't complain, really, with the way he's been playing.
Yeah. How many tackles did Devin Bush have?
11 again.
Damn.
But like Ty was saying, a lot of his tackles are coming from being beat by the receiver and then him chasing down the receiver. So, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, nice tackle, but.
You gave up 30 yards.
Yeah. So it's tough, man.
I guess knowing what we know, and it's Steelers football, do you think we're trying to blitz too much? Dude, because I feel like that's what's happening. Like, it's a lot of these like hard blitzes where it's like fucking 3 and 7, and then all of a sudden they just gained 11 yards.
Honestly, I was actually just trying to ask myself the same question because I was changing up my defense in Madden.
Yeah.
I've got great pressure on the QB, but my defensive backs are trash.
Yeah, and think about it also. The Steelers are the only team that are always going to blitz you on the first down of every play.
I mean, they should. They should.
Yeah.
You should be blitzing at least. You should be blitzing. You should send one guy every play.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's so much a problem of blitzing too much as it is a problem of not being able to get any kind of pressure when we don't blitz. Like the front four has to get pressure when we're not blitzing. Otherwise, the quarterback's going to sit there and pick apart our zone like they've done for 3 fucking straight weeks already.
Well,
And when you blitz guys, it just opens up more holes in that zone.
and that's the thing is, I don't like zone.
I don't either.
I don't
hate
like
zone.
zone in basketball. I don't like it in football. It's like
I don't even like the passing zone. The only zone I like is the end zone.
Ed Zachary. I'm with you. Literally, like Joe Hayden, matchup. Fucking the cornerbacks and the linebackers should never be playing like the zone unless it's a QB spy or just one linebacker chilling there. Like one of them has to pick the running back. The CBs are locked up. I don't get it.
Or you can play 2 safeties at a zone and let your cornerbacks match up. Like,
well, no, that's what I'm saying, 100%. But then your linebackers, they've got 3 linebackers on the field. You can't zone all of them because they're going to get beat. We've seen it with Bush. We've seen it with Barron. See it with Vince Williams. And if he's man, why is he running man on fucking Josh Gordon?
right. So it sounds like it's just a matter of not being able to cover receivers well enough.
It sounds like rotations or fucking not play calling, but defensive schemes. I don't know. Preparing, watching tape.
Yeah. Like, especially against the teams that you play multiple times in a year, like, you should be able to know instinctually what the fuck they're about to do based on the amount of tape.
You should know what they're about to do. Like, the Steelers and the Patriots, they've had the same head coach for how long? Any time that you meet up and play, you should know what they're going to do. It's like, yeah, they might have a few, trick plays, things run a little different, but you know the fucking basis of how they do their things.
And I know that's so fucking much easier said than it is actually done.
Well, yeah, I'm just fucking podcasting.
I'm just saying shit on a podcast that nobody's going to listen to anyway. But, I mean, dude, at some point something has to happen because we've been watching it for the last 3-4 years with the Steelers at this point. So, I'm not sure.
And to make things worse, on Sunday, the Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates all lost.
To make things worse, there's a lot of injuries going around, the old injury bug for the Steelers.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's in an arm sling.
Yep, in an arm sling. Hayward went down on Sunday. I haven't heard anything about him. I don't know if you guys have.
But I did see that Cameron Hayward said, any guy pointing the finger, I'll break their damn finger.
Yeah, I did see that, which is nice to hear out of one of your leaders.
Yeah, then also, I don't know if you guys saw, but we signed cornerback to the practice squad, Alexander Myers.
And a tight end.
Yeah, which little background to Alexander Myers. He was an undrafted free agent that the Steelers ended up signing, and he actually had the Steelers gave him the most signing bonus money out of any other undrafted free agents that we got. But then he was waived like 3 days into preseason because he came down with an illness or something, and like they put him on some kind of like MI or MRI thing where he can't like come back to the team for 6 weeks, which is now.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it sounds like they really liked him, but he just kind of had something going on, and they got him back. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's beast that they got him back.
Yeah.
He was just down with the sickness, is all.
I was going to say about Cam Hayward and breaking fingers. He's had 9 tackles this season. Maybe you should focus on sacking the quarterback.
Sacking someone's finger.
Literally.
Good point. Is James Conner's knee okay? Like, is that why he hasn't been running the ball well, or what's up? Do we know? Is he okay?
Is he okay?
I have no idea.
He didn't look okay based on his stats and his performance, but
he's got the same fucking stats as he did last year. I feel like last year he had a big game.
Until they realize they need to run the ball more to win games and convert third downs to be able to run the ball. Simple math, really. I don't know. It's tough.
I don't see any. Oh, injury.
Found something?
No, it's all like nothing within the last 72 hours.
All right. That's all right. I wanted to get your guys' opinion on something real quick before we kind of wrap up. Should this, well, let me start by saying Michael Crabtree, former 49er, former Raven, I believe, and Raider. Free agent.
Wait, the Ravens cut him?
Yeah.
No, the fucking
Whatever
like the
team.
did or something or some weird ass team that I didn't even know he was on. The Cardinals.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he's on the Cardinals?
He was.
So he's now a free agent. Do you think there's any use there for the Steelers for Michael Crabtree?
I mean, if we sign him, it definitely stops us from ever using Dante Moncrief again.
Or Ryan Switzer, for that matter.
Dude, Ryan Switzer is also like not in this game at all.
Yeah, I think they might have heard our first podcast or second podcast.
Maybe
No, first one, because he was the leading receiver week 1.
they're just turning him into like the white Devin Hester, where he just returns kicks.
Oh, not even that. There was like one or two where he didn't.
Yeah, Johnny Holton did. He had
Johnny Holton.
And he had 21 yards was his longest one.
So is that a sign? Is Switzer maybe on his way out? Who knows?
But with Switzer was like, that's what like a lot of teams liked about him, because in college he was like a great like kick returner, but honestly I haven't seen much. I like him. I just haven't seen much out of him.
I was going to say, yeah, he was a good kick returner in college, and his quarterback, Mitch Trubisky, was a good quarterback in college.
No, who said that? I don't agree with people saying that.
Well, I mean, he was good in college. That's why he got drafted as early as he did.
Really? I thought it was just people being dumb and
Yeah,
negligent.
the Bears coaching staff being stupider than shit.
I thought it was a really late April Fool's joke.
It might have been.
A really late one.
It's still going.
Yeah. All right. Where's the camera? Joke's up.
Okay, I got punked.
Okay, so week 4 next week. Steelers. Who do they got next week?
Monday Night Bengals.
Monday Night Football against the Bengals.
Yeah, which
are we at home or are we
at home?
Dude, for the life of me, if they lose on Monday night in front of national TV, I'm gonna lose it.
You mean like they did Sunday night on national TV?
Yeah.
Well, dude, they didn't get beat, dude. They got absolutely. They got their asses whooped.
They got
that was a mockery.
50 states.
Yeah, they did.
Dude, if Andy Dalton throws for almost 300 yards.
Okay. Bro, Andy Dalton is second in the league in passing right now, and Case Keenum is 4th. Keenum.
Unbelievable. Ridiculous. All right, predictions for Monday night against the Bengals. Who wins and who's the standout player for the Steelers and for the Bengals?
Okay. Right. I'm going to go. All right. Yeah, not everybody at once. I'm going to go Steelers win 24-21. And I think Jalen Samuel's going to have a great game.
That's a bold prediction, homeboy.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And then for the Bengals, I think Andy Dalton gets sacked at least 4 times.
Okay.
And he throws at least 2 picks.
Okay. Very bold predictions. Don't hate it. I'm gonna go Steelers 17, Bengals 10. I think I'm gonna go James Conner, my standout player for the Steelers. I think he's going to have a touchdown finally and over 30 yards rushing. But to that same note, I think Joe Mixon on the Bengals, I have him on my fantasy team. He hasn't done dick all year. He's been a super disappointment. I think he runs all over the Steelers like they've allowed all the other running backs the first 3 weeks to do. And I think Joe Mixon goes off for the Bengals for the first time all year, unfortunately.
Is this your reverse psychology?
Yes, precisely.
Well, then you'll love
So,
this. I think
Here's
that
to hoping that it fucking works. We'll see.
yeah, I think the Bengals will probably.
Michael. Yeah.
I think they'll win like. What did I was just saying? 21-17 Bengals.
Just lost
What?
you off the video.
Why?
I don't know. I don't see it.
I see him.
You do?
Yeah.
Poor connection. Uh-oh. There it is. Found him.
Good.
Good.
I was gonna say the Bengals like 21-17 are gonna win.
Okay, is that reverse psychology, or is that you just being honest with yourself?
No, last week was reverse psychology. This week is reality.
Fair enough.
So, like, the Bengals aren't that good of a team. They're both 0-3, but it's like, how are we gonna stop? Oh, and my pick to click for the Bengals is Tyler Eifert.
Okay, who hasn't done shit all year again?
Yeah, he'll put on.
Because Devin Bush will be guarding him, yeah.
And Barron. Also, you mentioned Joe Mixon is, we know what he's capable of. Also, John Ross and Tyler Boyd. Very good. And like we said, Dalton is a fucking gunslinger. He's second in the league in passing.
The Red Rocket, as they say.
I think their defense will be all right, but they're going to give up. The Steelers' defense will be all right, but they'll give up some plays naturally because they'll be gassed because the offense doesn't know what they're doing.
It's been pretty evident thus far, so we will see. I hope. I mean, this is a must-win, right? At this juncture, have to win. So
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's what, a fourth of the season that they'll go start the first fourth of the season 0-4.
Yeah. Hard to come back from that. So
Brutal.
Need a win here Monday nights at home against the Bengals. We'll see what happens.
Yo, we need to run the ball because the Bengals are 31st in rushing defense.
Fucking shoot a quick DM.
Jalen Samuels.
And we're 28th.
Yeah. I know. I believe. That I believe.
But the Pirates still have the 6th best average in the MLB.
And that's talking baseball. Pirates are eliminated.
Yeah, they're finishing up their final homestand against the Cubs this week, or this final series.
Who are also eliminated after last night, or 2 nights ago.
And the Pirates are on a 9-game losing streak going into this game.
Oh, well, let's go for 10.
Yeah, let's see if we can't make history.
But I would like to wrap it up on a good note. Pitt Panthers football beat UCF by 1 point after giving up, I think, 31 unanswered points.
Yep.
Because it blew a 21.
I watched that game.
Yeah, it was pretty beast. That was UCF's first loss in like 1,089 days during the regular season, which is wild. Yeah. It was a 27-game regular season winning streak, and the Pitt Panthers got 3 ACC Players of the Week out of it.
You know what I have to say about that? Fuck UCF and fuck their football team.
Yeah, like they think they're national champions. Well, suck on that. Pitt was unranked.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have the same coach. They got a new coach this year.
Suck.
UCF?
He went to Nebraska.
Yeah, well, how are the Cornhuskers doing?
Well, did you see they fucking lit up U of I on that glitch play?
No.
You didn't see it? Well, like the O-line, like the offensive line literally didn't move. They rushed and like laid out the quarterback.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, that was Nebraska.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so fuck UCF, fuck their football team. Suck Pitt's mediocre-sized dick, bitch.
I mean, they're always good for one of those teams in one of those games once a year.
Yeah, but it's pathetic that that's what we look towards or look for each year. One good game.
The one win against the ranked team that we get.
Yeah.
Well, remember when they did it to Miami?
Yeah, and Clemson.
Yeah.
fucking tight. That was
tight,
one.
tight.
Oh man,
um,
Pittsburgh
have you been-
sports mediocre right now.
yeah, here's to Penguins hockey being A-okay this year.
Yeah, need it.
Need it. Preseason here.
Yes.
Getting into the swing of things for hockey. I haven't been paying attention at all. It's not hockey season, it's football season. So
Damn
we'll
right.
get into the hockey later on down the road when the season gets going. How's that?
like-
All right. Let's wrap this bitch up. This has been the Yinzertainment Podcast, episode 95. Check us out anywhere podcasts are available. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, all over the fucking map. So check that out. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram at YinzDaily, YINZDAILY. And make sure to check out our website, yinzertainment.onuniverse.com. The links for all the podcasts to listen are in there. Make sure to check out our YouTube page, Yinz Daily, on that as well, YINZ Daily. We'll be posting this video podcast. We've been posting the last few up there, so go check those out. And we'll be back next week, episode 96, next Tuesday, same place, same time. Until then.